Hi, I'm Jared.
Daddy.
And we're the Dirty Heads.
Now, these guys just brought the sound to London.
Yeah, we did.
Which was pretty amazing.
Yeah,
you played the gig yesterday. Thank you very much. You played the gig yesterday. How did that one go?
It was fun. You know, it was our first time ever doing any sort of gig out here, so it wasn't packed. It wasn't with a bunch of people, but the people that were there were into it, and some of them actually knew the words and new songs. So just knowing that you do have some people over here that know who you are, it was cool. It was fun.
Yeah, I think you're doing pretty good through social networking lately.
That's key nowadays. If you don't do it, you know, if you're not an already established band, it's something that's very key that you need to do to keep in touch with your fans, especially when you're not, you know, you're not Bono or whatever. Like, it's part of, you know, the fact that you can do that, the fact that some kids can see their favorite bands and what they're doing and actually talk to them. Like, if I could tweet Led Zeppelin when it was 1970, like, that would be the coolest thing, to like get a tweet back from Jimi Hendrix. Like, so you got to put yourself in you know, you got to put yourself in that like mind state, you know, and be like, that is really cool. So you have to do it, and you know, you got to keep up with it, and it's a really cool thing.
Which one is your favorite one? Twitter, Facebook?
I've been doing the Instagram.
I'm a fan of Instagram too.
Because it's just pictures.
That's cool enough. You got a new album out in June, which is your second one. So first of all, let's talk about this album. What can we expect?
It's called Cabin by the Sea, and we're really excited about it. You know, we feel like in the last few years, since our last album, we've toured a whole bunch, and we've just improved our songwriting. We've improved our our musicianship, and we've just grown a lot as a band and kind of figured out who we are. And I think it shows in the new album, and you know, we're really excited to get it out.
Your music actually has changed quite a lot since you started in 2003 and through your first album in 2008. Does it reflect your personal growth as individuals, or is...
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I think no matter what kind of music we're playing, it sounds like the Dirty Heads. I think we actually sound more what we were trying to do back when we started, and then I think we came pretty close on An Important Storm, but I really think that we figured out, we focused in, we trimmed the fat, really found out who we were as a band and as a sound of the Dirty Heads, and as this original thing as the Dirty Heads. I think we nailed it on this album.
Okay, what I like the most about the Dirty Heads is the vibe. You guys are so sunny and positive and uplifting, but you come from California. Do you think if you grow up here or in Russia or in some dark, cool place, it'd be the same?
That's funny. We've been asked that a couple times, and I used to say yes. I used to say we were a product of our environment. Like, yeah, we grew up in Southern California, so that's why we're like this. But I disagree totally now, because we have friends from Southern California. They're in another band, perfect example, of Avenged Sevenfold. They're one of these. They're one of the world's biggest rock bands, metal bands right now, and they're metal. They're like as metal can get. And you couldn't, if I paid those guys, they probably wouldn't come to the beach with me. You're not going to find those guys, you know, hanging out with me, riding, you know, or just, I don't know, surfing or something like that. Actually, a couple of them surf. But the point is that there's two bands that grew up in the same area, and one's a metal band and one is this, you know, reggae rock hip hop band. I think if we grew up in Norway or Ohio or Alaska or Brazil or Australia, I don't care where we grew up, I think we would have gravitated towards reggae music. I think we would have gravitated towards the Beastie Boys, towards Sublime, towards that style of lifestyle. You know, I grew up skating. No matter where we were, I think that the fact that we did grow up in Southern California just magnetized it, just made it even more intense for us.
Okay, so you would be exactly the same, and you would have been burning churches down or anything like that.
I think I would have been part of that crew.
Well, he burns churches down anyway.
Yeah, but I do it in a really happy way.
Okay,
I
so
put
there's
smiley faces on it, and then I burn it down.
So there's a way to burn churches.
Yeah.
Happily.
With bubbles.
Okay, what's your advice then to be happy in London when the weather is not this good, when you're gonna leave and it's gonna get gloomy again?
Then you're just gonna have to, you know, put on some Dirty Heads, and then it can take you away to
exactly. That's what Cabin by the Sea is all about. Is when it is gloomy and wintry outside and cold, and you want to get away, go in your house and put on some Dirty Heads, and hopefully we'll make you feel a little bit better. That's our jobs.
Jared.
Yes.
Before you guys got involved into Dirty Heads, you were not doing music.
No.
You knew nothing about it.
Not even once had I tried to sing or rap or do anything.
So, if you hadn't met him, what would you be doing now for a living?
I would either be skating. No, I wouldn't have become a pro skater. I don't think I was. I think I thought I was better than I was. I probably would have gone to art school. That was my plan all along. I was always into art and stuff like that, and was talking to art schools about scholarships. So I'd either be in art school. That's like the hopeful, like that's the best thing I could say, or I'd just be working in a surf shop with my brother still.
You were in a punk band before, which I haven't had a chance to hear. Was it still sort of a happy punk, or was it very angry punk?
No, it was. It was, you know, it was a punk band, but it wasn't like a grimy, grungy punk band. Like, you know, we were really young. We were 13 years old, and it was just something more for fun. Like
it was a punk band, though. Your lyrics weren't happy lyrics. They were like punk.
That's true.
You know, it was like adolescent, teenage angst. You know.
Yeah, yeah.
And there's still a bit of that in one of the songs on the new album, I believe.
Yeah, I mean, I think that just our vibe just comes out like we like to put a lot of different blends of music together, and we just kind of just when we write a song, we don't say let's write this type of song, let's do this. It just whatever comes out comes out. And, you know, that was a part of my life growing up. I listened to punk a lot, and I did that. So I think sometimes it just comes out in the songs. You know.
What do you expect from this album then?
Hopefully success and touring, and we're releasing it internationally, which is cool because it'll be their first international release. So hopefully that starts a buzz, and we can start traveling overseas more and come back to London, go to Japan, go to Australia, go down to South America, and just expand from touring in the States and Canada.
What have you toured so far?
Where have we toured?
Yeah.
Just America and Canada. We've been pretty much every single state in America and pretty much all across Canada.
I think South America.
Japan one time, never South America, and never Australia, and this is our first time in London, or even in Europe.
So, what can we expect you back if this album goes the way you hope?
Festivals, hopefully. We're going to tour we're going to be pretty busy in the States this whole summer, and then after that we'll probably come back here and either do more little shows like this, acoustic stuff, or just try and get back when the festivals start up again. Okay,
it'd be nice to have you in winter if you bring the sun again. The single you're presenting today, which is Spread Too Thin. Can you tell me about that single? I quite like the concept of that.
Spread Too Thin was written after a chat that I had with my dad, and he always has these funny sayings, advice from your dad, and he was talking about how I was spread too thin. I'd never heard that before, and I was just feeling really stressed out, and came up with this little hooky melody, and it just kind of came out that night, and I tried to write a song about it, and just came up with the hook, and then me and him got together and finished the song. I let him know, once you hear the chorus, you understand what it's about, and so he came in and killed the verses, and then that's our new single, and we hope everybody enjoys it.
So you get stressed too?
What's that?
You get stressed too?
Oh yeah. This job, it can be very, very draining and very stressful sometimes, more emotionally than physical, but it's definitely, you got a lot going on a lot of times, and being away from your families and your friends and stuff like that gets a little hard every once in a while, but it's still amazing. We're still so stoked to be doing, what we pretty much talked about when we were 15, sitting in a garage dreaming about, we're actually being able to do that right now, and seeing it grow is really cool.
So for those who don't know you yet, never heard of you, tell me one reason why we should go and buy the album.
Because we bring the sunshine. If you buy the album, literally, there will be more sun in Europe.
Okay, there's going to be like a special box set with sun included. And
yep.
Open it up and it'll be a box of
sunglasses on, open up your tiny little box of sunshine, and take your clothes off.
That will go really well in London.
Yep.
Any last message you want to give your fans? Pick up the new album, and
Thanks.
hopefully we'll be back over here soon. And when we do, please come out to the shows.
Thank you.